Hey guys, welcome back to We Met at Acme.
Welcome back.
I'm so excited to be here with Jesse Solomon. What's up?
Happy to be here. I'm excited too.
I feel like you're a two-name guy. Like there's like no one's like, oh, Jesse. It's always Jesse Solomon. Has that been your whole life?
Never once until this show.
Really?
Yeah, I've always just been Jesse. It's been a slight adjustment, but it is my name, so it's not so weird.
Right.
A girl on the subway actually just called me Jesse, and it was refreshing.
That is nice. What's your middle name?
Michael.
That's like a nice, it's a solid name. Jesse Michael Solomon.
Strong Jewish boy name.
And you are Gemini?
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
Question number 2, astrology signs.
When's your exact birthday?
May 26, 1993.
Okay, happy almost.
Thank you.
What are you doing this year when you turn 31?
Yeah, 31. Good math. I think I'm going to go to Miami and go on a boat with my friends and have a dinner party.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into it. What's your favorite romantic gesture?
To receive or to give?
To receive.
Do I have to choose out of the 5?
No, it doesn't have to be a love
Love
language
languages?
thing. No. Just, go rogue.
Romantic gesture would be a surprise gift, maybe. Can't remember it ever happening, but it sounds nice.
It does sound nice.
Yeah, like I hate knowing there's a surprise, but I love a surprise.
But from your girlfriend, not from someone you're casually dating.
I mean, even that, like, I think sweet little things, because like I'm gonna be paying for everything we're doing,
Right.
and if you surprise me with just like anything cute, I will appreciate
Like
it.
chocolate.
Yeah, except I try to eat really clean, but I will still be
Oh.
super appreciative of chocolate. I'll eat the
wow.
chocolate.
Oh, you're one of those.
I mean, Monday to Friday.
Okay, so let's unpack this. So you're eating like gluten-free and vegan clean,
No,
or
no.
just like
I mean, it depends how close we are to going on national TV shirtless.
right?
Like right now, it's kind of crunch time.
No pun intended.
Yeah. So right now I'm eating meat, fruit, and vegetables.
Okay.
And
Even for breakfast.
yeah, I'll eat like turkey
fruit.
bacon and eggs
Okay.
and fruit and cottage cheese. And
No snacking in between.
if I'm hungry, like maybe a protein shake. I'm kind of like just getting settled in Williamsburg right now. So I don't have all my things as set up as I'd like.
Yeah.
I'm probably sounding like a freak right now. Like
No.
I'm not, like I do that during the week because like tonight I'm going to dinner at, what's it called? Cocodoc?
Yeah,
How do
the
you
fried chicken
pronounce
place.
that? Yeah. Like,
That is, you pronounced it correctly.
and I'm going to eat the fuck out of that fried chicken. Can I swear on here?
You of course can swear. I went there and I will tell you the portions are enormous.
Oh, let's go.
Like do not eat anything
Yeah.
from now until when you get there.
Yeah, I've been known for eating a lot my whole life. And
Yeah.
I kind of have this like reputation to uphold that I
Yeah.
can like eat the rest of my friends' food and stuff. And it's a lot of pressure.
It is, well, how tall are you?
6'5".
Okay, so so my husband's 6'4", and my mom always gives him shit when he doesn't eat more than the rest of us because she's like, "You're 6'4", you need to eat more." So I feel like it's also like it's your height. You have to live up to like being a largely tall person.
Yeah, and there's just stories in my family of like getting kicked out of all you can eat buffets. and
Yeah,
we're all tall and big
Right,
eaters.
right.
It's just like a hobby.
Yeah. That's great. But also eating the fried chicken, it's healthy. It's chicken. It's protein.
Protein. For
It's
sure.
protein.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself after I eat chicken fingers. What are your green and red flags on a first date? Let's start with the bad ones, the red flags.
This is really a dating podcast, huh?
It's really a dating podcast, but we'll go off and then we'll come back.
I used to date a girl who went to Acme like every weekend, and it was like a long distance open type of thing.
Yeah.
And I was always like, what's so great about Acme? And then I saw your podcast, and there's like a whole dating show about We Met at Acme. And I was like, huh, she was probably really meeting a lot of guys there.
Well, you were open, so
Yeah.
Could have locked it down.
Better for worse.
Potentially, if you had
Yeah.
wanted to, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Her deal. So red flags. And by the way, I did forget to ask this, but for those of you who don't know, Jesse's single at the moment.
Thanks for letting everyone know. I would say my red flags are just like talking about themselves only, like not a good back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I definitely want to get to know the girl intimately. But for me, it's really like I want them to be excited about anything. Like I don't even care what it is. Hopefully I like it too.
Right.
But if not, even better, because I'll learn about something new. And it's okay if you're figuring it out. I just recently was in a phase where I was trying to figure it out. But I just want somebody to be excited about either their job or a side hustle. Just ambition is kind of hot, I think. So if somebody just like doesn't care and I don't know, they don't have a good relationship with their family, the way they talk, if they have good friends.
What do you mean the way they talk? Like if their voice is annoying?
Yeah. Red flag.
What's an annoying voice?
With the dating apps, you get a lot of people who just don't sound like you think they're going to sound.
Like their voice is very high or very low.
I mean, I've gotten, I don't want to.
No, go for it.
Oh, yeah. You'd like that. Huh? I would say like I've had lisps on dates. I've had like just like really jappy, which like, I'm jappy to an extent. It's all, I'm used to that. But like, I don't know if a girl's like super designered out.
Yeah.
There's different types of jap.
I get that. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
The too much designer, too flashy is just, it's a little much.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
And what about some green flags? Like
Ambitious,
the opposite.
Obviously. Yeah. Has good friends, has a good relationship with her family. Excited about anything and smart. Like smart because you're gonna be sharing I just saw something like thousands of meals with this person,
right?
And looks fade, but the conversation's got to last all these years. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for, is like a smart girl who's family oriented. Obviously pretty is table stakes.
Yeah. When was your last relationship? Like boyfriend, girlfriend?
Boyfriend, girlfriend was April 2019 we broke up, which like I've been saying for so long when people ask that question, and it felt pretty recent.
Right. You're like, how is it 5 years now?
I was like, that's over 5 years ago.
It's really funny.
She's married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How long was your longest relationship?
All my relationships were about a year.
Okay.
More or less. Some a little more, some a little less.
Yeah. I feel like after a year if like it's sink or swim.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. She's fabulous. A great girl. Just wasn't for me. She was not Jewish. But it wasn't that she wasn't Jewish. I could marry not Jewish. It was that she wanted to go to church every Sunday.
Oh,
And I was like thinking about my kids going to church every Sunday. And I was like, I think that'd be a little off-putting for me.
Yeah, I get that. Also in the Jewish religion, because I'm Jewish too, the wife or like the mother, the matriarch kind of sets the tone for the family.
Right.
And it's different. Like if your wife isn't Jewish, then you're going to be doing kind of more of her vibe than maybe if it were the other way around.
Yeah, she also believed the Bible word for word.
Oh. Yeah, that's a little frightening.
But to each their own. I was excited that she was passionate about religion.
Right, right. You were excited about the passion.
You can't have it both ways.
So you recently did a video for Page Six. And in the video, you talked a little bit about, it wasn't so bad, about like a date, what you like in dating. And you said something like, you
That's like
know,
bar
on
hopping.
my typical day, yeah, going to multiple spots and
Yeah, because there is no dream first date. Like a dream
right.
first date is like get a helicopter and fly over Manhattan. Like a first date is learning about that person and seeing if you're compatible.
Yeah.
So if you go to 4 different spots and you want to keep spending time together, that's like a good sign.
Yeah.
But I like bar hopping is obviously not
No,
what
no,
I
no, no,
mean.
no.
Like
I'm not coming for you for that.
no, because people came for me
Did they?
and afterwards the Bravo publicist was like bar hopping and I was like, oh, fuck. I did say that and I was so happy with I did like 9 or 10 interviews that day. And of course, the one thing that gets
Right,
posted was the
right.
one thing. Like all these people walked in the room and they start recording for that one segment and they're just like, okay, dream date. And I was like, bye.
But the reason that I bring it up is because I have like these dating rules.
Okay.
And one of them is basically to not go to a second location when you're on a first date, at least, right? Because then it gets drawn out. And you know, when you have those dates where you end up going to multiple spots and you kind
Mhm.
of feel like this false sense of closeness with the person almost. And then it's like there's no mystery left.
I mean, I'll have to take a look at this dating rules list because
Mm.
I think one rule should be there's no hard and fast rules.
Well, you would disagree with all of my dating rules, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, my mom and dad, my mom was supposed to marry this guy. They didn't end up getting married at the last second. Her best friend says, I got the perfect guy for you, but I'm not going to introduce you for a year. And a year goes by, they get set up on a blind date and they go to drinks, then dinner, then a magic show. He was driving her all around town in his sports car. It's like they tell this story all the time how like my dad put on like the greatest first date ever. So I just think like if you want to keep spending time with a person, it's a good sign.
I don't disagree, but I do think that your parents' story, while it's so beautiful and amazing, it's the exception, right? Like most people who are spending that much time together on a first date, it doesn't end up in marriage. It's amazing if it does, and that's a great story to tell, but it's
Yeah.
like it's unrealistic for most people. But I love that your parents had that.
Yeah, I mean, I like to go on more fun, creative dates.
Mhm.
Like, I don't like to sit across the table from someone and interview them past what I said on the page 6 thing, the
Right.
obligatory first date drinks. I think in New York, it's more normal to go to drinks. In Miami, it's more normal to start with dinner. I don't know why. It's just different expectations, I suppose.
Mhm.
Um,
I like that though. I like the think outside the box dates. That I feel like is a
Yeah.
great way to get to know someone. Like you go to a museum or you like do a like escape room or something just a little bit different.
Why is the one thing that we do when we're dating something that sure you do when you're together, but not so much? Like I don't just go and sit at drinks
Right.
with a girlfriend.
So true.
Like we go to a basketball game, we go to a concert.
yeah.
So to just like have a personality interview for more than like 2 dates, I'm just like, come on.
Yeah,
let's
it's a
do
lot.
something else.
It's a lot. Okay. We'll do this for the sake of time. I'll just quickly say a rule and you'll just say agree or disagree. Do not elaborate, okay?
No promises.
No sex on the first date.
Disagree. Wait, are these for girls?
And guys.
Okay.
Why do you think sex on the first date? Have you ever asked someone to be your girlfriend after you had sex on the first date? Be honest right now. You met that night for the first time.
I mean, I've had a.
Okay,
No.
you should get exactly. Mm-hmm.
I was just saying guys or girls because like, what guy has ever been like, it's too soon?
Well, it's more for girls that one
Yeah,
because
it's
like
more
a
for
guy will
girls.
not say no,
That's
but
what I thought.
whatever. No more than 2 drinks on a first date.
Disagree.
Okay. This one is for girls. Don't text thank you after the date because you already thanked them on the date.
Yeah, me and my friends had a situation recently when this was highly discussed. My one friend thought that the girl is supposed to text you because you took them out. And I'm always like, no, dude, you
No.
gotta follow up and like say how much, like, thanks for coming.
Right.
So I forget the question, but I always follow up.
Yeah, that's how it should be, I think.
Yeah.
I think that the guy should essentially initiate, like the guy should pay for the date and initiate the date.
Am I doing too much elaboration?
No.
Okay, you said no elaborating.
Do you agree?
What was
The guy should initiate the date and pay for the date.
first date for sure? Yeah. without doubt.
And then what?
I mean, until you're exclusive or even boyfriend, girlfriend, I think guys pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you think it's splitting is okay?
I mean, it depends on the financial situation.
Right.
You know, I've got friends who are broke and dating rich girls, and it's just, you know, they love each other.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl will pay because she can.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if the guy can pay and he's better off than the girl, then yeah, pay. Be a gentleman.
Yeah. I agree that the guy should pay.
But like, I've been broke in New York City, and it's not fun to date like that.
No.
Like, you got to kind of wait till it's warm out and go to the West Side Highway and like make that extra effort to be cute and like make a picnic.
Yeah, I agree. Or like go on a nice walk along the water.
Yeah. And some girls are like, I don't do a walk first date. And I'm like, well, if I've never met you in person, like, I'm not committing to a 2-hour drinks thing when I know I'm not going to like you in the first 30 seconds.
I have no problem with a walk first date. And I think that more women should be open to that. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we show up and it's a walk and I like you and we get a coffee, like, I'll spend the time with you.
For sure. Well, the one thing, and this reminds me, because you said this on the page 6 video, and I was like, oh no, Jesse, we were going to have to talk about this. You were like, drinks, and then if I like you, dinner or something. And I was like, oh God.
If it's going well.
But don't vocalize, okay, now we can get dinner. It's more like, oh, what do you, like, are you hungry?
I always
You know?
show up, we get drinks, I
Yeah.
ask her if she's hungry. If she's hungry, eat.
Right.
What do I care?
Right.
It's not like gonna make or break.
Yeah,
life.
no, because I was on a date once and we went to a bar and had drinks. And then he was like, okay, I like you. Like, do you want to order food? And it was like, it just
No,
really
you
rubbed me
don't-
the wrong way.
Yeah, you don't phrase it like
yeah,
that.
he's like, now I'll pay for your food.
Yeah, I was thinking about it more as like, the date's going well, let's extend the timeline. of,
Right,
like,
right,
our time
right.
together.
Yeah, no, that.
And not be so hammered that we don't have any food in our stomachs.
Yeah, well, 2 drinks maximum, actually, sorry. Best ways for a woman to hit on a man at a bar. Like if a girl's coming up to you.
Hey, I think you're really cute. What's your name?
That sounds really genuine.
Yeah.
How are you approaching meeting people in person right now?
Hey, I think you're really cute. No,
No,
I've probably never said, hey, you're really cute. You try to think of something clever that has to do with the situation that
Yeah.
you're in, and just anything you can say to that person.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If that doesn't work, hey, I'm Jesse. What's your name?
Mm-hmm.
And it worked way before I was on Summer House.
Look at that.
And I think it's not just because I'm tall.
Debatable.
I think short kings can go up to people and introduce themselves.
No, that's true. It's all about the confidence.
Yeah.
Do you have bro code with girls on apps? Like if you have mutual friends with a girl that you've matched with on like Raya, do you hit up the mutual friend and you're like, did you date this girl? Or you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big bro code guy. It's just not worth it. There's too many girls out there to have beef with a friend
Yeah.
over some girl that, you know, probably won't work out with, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have had situations where guys were like, what the fuck? So I'm extra careful to reach out and make sure that I've cleared everything with everybody.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Looking back on your past relationships, now that you have some perspective,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that you were truly in love? Like you've been in love before?
You know, the only girl that I was ever in love with was my high school girlfriend.
It's always that.
Yeah, I've loved a lot of people, but it's different than being in love.
There's nothing like a first love.
I was obsessed.
Where is she now?
She really fell off the face of the earth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing Chicago.
If you're listening to this,
Yeah.
He's still looking for you.
No, I'm not. She kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
She was, she dated a lot of people. I hope she's doing great.
Yeah, yeah. But you wouldn't want to reconcile.
I would love to be friendly with her. I mean, we share my best girlfriend used to be her best friend, and like they don't talk either.
Right.
I mean, she was so out of my league. Like I was a volleyball playing choir boy with a Jufro, and we had a hot list. Like Mean Girls was based off my high school, and this kid would drop a huge stack of papers with the top 50 hottest girls down the stairwell on the last day of school, and I was dating number 4.
Oh, wow.
I was really batting out of my league.
That's so funny. Also, I feel like everyone thinks that Mean Girls was based off their high school, by the way.
Okay, well, I have to be like top 3 potential
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah.
Girls is
Yeah,
based
I believe you. I believe you. If you could go to dinner with anyone dead or alive, who are we going to dinner with?
Probably Frank Sinatra would be a good
Really
one
nice.
for me.
Yeah.
I think he's just like a guy's guy, and has done a lot of cool shit.
You're kind of a singer yourself.
Yeah, I emulate.
You have a famous song. What would Jesse Solomon do?
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet,
Okay.
but it's in the works.
Maybe I could get a demo. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to school for vocal jazz performance, so
That's really cool.
it was cool.
Have you ever sung on a podcast before?
No. The only podcasts I've done were like I started a company,
Yeah.
and we would talk about like global commodities
Yeah.
trading. So
Yeah.
not a lot of opportunities
Not exactly.
for singing.
No. Well, if you feel like singing at any point during this conversation.
Okay, yeah. I'm usually like I don't sing on the first date type
Right.
of thing.
Right. Okay.
It's like one of my dating
okay.
rules.
Uh-huh.
It's more of like, but I do sing all the time, all day. One of the girls I was dating didn't like when I sang, and I was like, so you're asking me
deal
not
breaker.
to be myself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, maybe if I'm feeling like really crazy.
Okay. What is your favorite part of being on Summer House?
I mean, I loved making new friends. That was special. Like going to the Hamptons and getting paid rather than paying to be there.
Uh-huh.
It was really fun.
Sounds nice.
And I mean, you know, anybody would be lying if they said that it doesn't kind of boost your ego a little bit when people recognize you, or maybe it's just because it's so new and novel.
Yeah.
But like I'm just so grateful for the whole experience, and that it's given me like a little bit of a platform to do things that I want to do and help other people. And
yeah.
There's been a lot of really cool things that have come out of it.
Yeah. And speaking of the platform that you now have, I would say have like done really good with your platform, because you're also
Thanks.
raising awareness about cancer, which you went through. And we're seeing like this journey play out again.
Yeah.
And what made you decide that you would be open about something so vulnerable in your life?
I'm just kind of an open guy, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
I knew when I got asked to join the cast that no matter how bad of an experience it was, you know, like worst case scenario, you know, you get canceled and like, who knows what could happen. I never even watched the show. I knew that telling my story would help at least one person.
Right.
And like, as cheesy as that sounds, like it's true. Like the messages I get are so heartwarming.
Yeah.
And, you know, people telling me that they're going to go see their doctor and they've been putting it off. And, you know, their brother was going through something similar, or like they're going through chemo themselves. And I'm so relatable. Like the whole thing has just been amazing and even better than I anticipated. So it was kind of easy for me to tell my story. People are always like, how did you do that? It's such a personal thing. Like it's never been hard for me to talk about, maybe because I'm just so confident in myself. Like I never thought of testicular cancer as being like this weird stigma to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a powerful thing. So I'm glad that I can help other people with it.
Yeah, it's really great. And I just like commend you for being open about that. It's
Hey,
really
thanks.
awesome.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite person on Summer House other than Wes? Because I feel like that's what you're going to say.
I don't know, man. The internet's going pretty crazy for me and Amanda right about now.
Oh yeah, people think there's like a thing,
Yeah.
a flirtation.
It's like you think if there was a thing, I would be commenting ridiculous shit all over her Instagram. I think I had fun with all the guys and I had fun with all the girls. I just know like favorites, you know?
Right.
Over the summer, I was really close with Sierra because it was like me, Weston, Sierra hanging out all the time. I think Paige is just like most similar to me, kinda, as a girl version, but like so is Carl as a guy version. So I liked everybody.
Yeah. Do you like, how are you discerning right now who's going out on dates with you because you're like a Bravo celebrity, you know?
How am I discerning? I'm just looking for reasonable candidates.
But if someone's sliding into your DMs,
Yeah.
like, are you sus about it because you're like, well, you didn't know who I was 2 seconds ago?
Yeah. I will say that like if somebody is a fan, it's like a different situation. Like I have a girl who just slid in my DMs today actually, but she was smart about it. She like had a friend reach out to my friend to give me her number. And she was like, yeah, I almost hit you with my car on the street the other day. And I was like, did I notice? I was almost going to die.
Right.
And it kind of kicked off like a little fun, flirty conversation.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, no offense to anybody who slid in my DMs, but a lot of the people are not people I would.
Right. Date. Right. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. What was your bar mitzvah theme?
My mom didn't really believe in themes.
Yeah.
She thought the theme was Jesse's bar mitzvah.
Right.
And that we should celebrate me. But I will say the giveaway was like a mini basketball hoop with a caricature of my big ass grin on it with a fro.
It's amazing.
So yeah, that's a collector's item to this day.
That's great. What's your dating app opening line? Like if you have to have one.
Oh, I should go through more of a concerted effort to be clever, but I'm more just like, listen, if you want to talk to me, then let's get off this app as quickly as possible. So like maybe how are you?
Okay. Back to the genuine, like you're cute.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, I mean, if she has a good profile, I would love to comment on one of the things in the profile.
Yeah.
Like, make that little extra effort. But I'm not trying to like spend all my time on dating apps.
Right.
I've deleted Hinge. I'm on Raya just for fun, but I'm not. If I see a cute girl on Raya, I'll just follow them on Instagram.
Oh, you're one of those.
I guess whatever those are. I am one of them.
Not going to wait to match with them. Just going to go right for it.
Yeah. A wise man once said to me, you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can judge a cover by its cover. Meaning,
I'm stumped.
The things a girl puts on her Instagram page tell you a lot about the girl. What she wants people to see. Like, this is your public facing brand, yourself, who you want yourself to look like on the internet. And you control everything on that page. So everything that you're putting onto that page, it says something about you. Not just the picture of you in the bikini, but that you want people to see your body. And that's not a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing. So I like to look at people's Instagrams and kind of judged that way.
Interesting. I feel like I know a few girls who have Instagram profiles that are more, bikinis or this and that, and them in real life is actually quite different. Like they're better in real life than the thing that they project on their profile. But maybe that's like rare.
No, I mean, I won't disqualify someone for having bikini photos. It's actually kind of a requirement. But this bikini was maybe a bad example, but
No, I know what you're saying. I know what
you
you're
know
saying.
what I mean?
What's something that we wouldn't know about filming Summer House other than all the drugs, obviously?
Yeah. I'll just say that it's interesting to act like yourself. You know what I mean? Like I'm comfortable with the cameras, but there's still cameras. I'm a hyper aware, observant person.
Right.
So everything you're doing or saying, you're like, this could be on national TV. And sometimes you let your guard down. And I think a lot of the best scenes are when there's no big cameras and you're just watching surveillance.
Right.
Because people just kind of like feel like themselves.
Right. They forget.
And like, I try to be myself all the time, but you shouldn't try to be yourself. You should just be yourself. But it's impossible with two dudes with giant cameras standing 5 feet from your face.
Right.
So you get better and better at it. But people would always make fun of me.
I got it. Yeah. You're like Amelia Bedelia. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of her.
Yeah. It's like a kid's book where they're like, draw the drapes, and like they mean open the drapes, and she's literally drawing.
Yeah. I'm like,
you're a literal guy.
Everybody makes fun of me for it.
I love that. Okay, we're gonna do some rapid fire poll questions. Are you ready for this?
No. Remember when you told me you were gonna tell me what we were gonna talk about?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. No, you're so good. You don't need any prep, honestly. Do you keep a list of people you've slept with?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, and then it hit a certain point where I was like, I don't really like this anymore. I wish this list was smaller.
It's really funny. If you had a falling out with a close friend, would you unfollow them?
Not to be petty, but if I didn't want to see their shit anymore and they did something fucked up, then yeah, you're out of my life.
Mm-hmm. How often would you see your girlfriend during the week, like Monday through Friday? 1 time, 2 times, more than 2?
I'm hoping to have sleepovers like at least half the time.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. How long were you single in between relationships? I guess right now we're on like a 5-year.
Yeah, 5-year little. Yes, but I had 2 pretty serious situationships in these last 5 years.
Serious situationship? That sounds like an oxymoron.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I took a girl last night to this event that like we used to date a little bit, but we've just remained like really close friends.
Yeah.
And that never would have been possible if we made it official.
Right.
So sure, should I have made it official and actually test it out if we would like be a fit long term? Probably, but like we're living in different cities and like now we can just be friends and it's great.
For one of you, probably.
No, she feels the same way. And I actually said this to her last night and she was like, I'm actually friends with all my exes. And I was like, oh, but yeah, but like, you know, I think that's rare.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a little red flaggy to me, but like, would you date someone who's friends with all their exes? Would you want your wife to be friends with all her exes?
I probably wouldn't prefer it.
Yeah.
I'm not, It's not a deal breaker.
No, for sure.
She's just so cool.
Yeah.
Like, of course, guys want to continue to be friends with her, but like, they probably also want to fuck her because she's hot.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I forgot my parents told me not to say the F word so many times.
Are you Team Kendrick or Team Drake?
I'm a Drake guy.
Really?
Yeah, and I haven't been like following the beef super closely, but I mean, he's just Kendrick is more of like a true rapper, and I'm into more of like the music and the melody and the harmony. And
you like the commercial shit?
I wouldn't say the commercial shit, but as far as like I'm a musical guy,
right,
and I can appreciate rap for the rhythmic stuff.
Yeah,
but I like more musical stuff.
I got it. Can you leave us with a quote or piece of advice? Something that has helped you throughout the years, or just something that you like?
Yeah, I can. And I will. My dad always says that luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Mm,
So I feel like I've been very lucky, but I've also worked hard to get into all the weird spots in my life that I've gotten to.
that's awesome. I really like that quote. And where can everyone find you and follow you and watch you on TV?
I wish my Instagram was Jesse Solomon, but it's Jesse Sols. Same on TikTok. I also have a LinkedIn, but it's pretty boring.
Very cool. Awesome. And Summer House every Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday.
at
I would
9.
say this is the most airtime I get. So if you're going to watch an episode, Thursday is it.
This coming Thursday.
Yeah, what day is today?
Okay, so we'll say
Tuesday.
if you're rewatching, depending on when this comes out, watch
Episode 13.
episode 13. It airs May 16th, 2024.
Yeah, I cry. So if you want to see a 6'5",
Didn't you cry
straight
in the
man
last
crying.
episode too?
Yeah, they like
They
continued it over.
extended the cry.
Yeah, I was like, could we just get this over with?
It's really funny. Cool. Thank you so much, Jesse.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Amazing. You were so good.
Oh, thank you.
I did forget to prepare you. I'm so sorry.
That's